So here we were studying in previous video, transfer payments are also known as transfer receipts. These receipts will not be included in the estimation of national income. These payments are not included in the estimation of national income. So we will study now classification of factor income, means income method we are studying. So NDPFC, that is net domestic product at factor cost, is equal to COE, compensation of employees, plus OS, operating surplus. This is operating surplus, and this is mixed income, and first one is compensation of employees. Okay, so now we have to calculate national income, and NPFC, net national product at factor cost, is equal to NDPFC plus NFIA. This is domestic income, this is national income. National income is equal to domestic income plus NFIA, net factor income from abroad. So I have written here formula. This we have to understand. Compensation of employees include, it has 4 part. Number 1, wages and salaries in cash. Number 2, wages and salaries in kind. Number 3, pension on retirement. And number 4, employer contribution to SSS. Here SS means Social Security Scheme. First of all, we will study, this is number 1, this is number 2, this is number 3, and this is number 4. These 4 parts are the part of COE. Once COE is given, no need to add these parts. And if COE is not given, compensation of employees is not given in question, so then you need to consider all the points together. Okay, now first number 1 we will study wages and salaries in cash. These are the cash payments given by the employer to employee. Okay, wages and salaries. So these are the monetary benefits like basic pay, dearness allowances, bonus, commission, house rent allowances, etc. These will be given in cash. These are the cash payments given by the employer to the employee. Number 2 is wages in kind. Wages in kind, these are the monetary benefits. Non-monetary benefits, these are non-monetary benefits. Non-monetary benefits like sir is providing rent-free accommodation to us. You can take our example, rent-free accommodation. Okay, then they are providing free education. To children, then that is discounted education, and then medical facilities. Many companies are providing medical facilities also, and free conveyance facility. conveyance facility. So vehicles for personal use, etc. These are simply facilities given to workers which are not necessary for workers. These are not necessary for workers, not an obligation for employer. These are provided by the employer to the employee. He may provide or not. Okay, now come to, these are not necessarily wages and salaries in kind, wages and salaries in cash, wages and salaries in kind. Now come to number third, pension on retirement. Pension on retirement include, it does not refer to old age pension. Pension on retirement does not refer to old age pension. Pension payments as a part of service contract between the employer and employee, and it is the contribution by between the employer and the employee. Okay, pension on retirement, service contract between the, I am writing here, service contract between the employer and employee. Then number fourth is contribution, employer contribution by the employer on the behalf of employees. Contribution by the employer, I am underlying here, employer and employee, and contribution by employer on behalf of employee. Why on behalf of employee? Suppose if employee doesn't want provident fund, so employer will not contribute. That's why I'm saying on behalf of employee. Employer contribution to social security scheme, these are contributions made by the employer for the social security of employees, means welfare motive. For example, contribution made to provident fund, contribution made to provident fund, PF, that is known as PF, provident fund, gratuity and retirement pension, or any other scheme for the benefit of employees. Here provident fund, what does it mean, provident fund? Suppose employer and employee we are taking. Okay, so if employee contribute 2000 rupee, the same amount the employer contribute in provident fund, that is PF, provident fund. It is the government scheme, provident fund. All companies, institutions are providing this provident fund to their employees. Now come to gratuity. Gratuity, it is the payment given will be given to the employees after their services, but the condition is you have to complete your services for 5 years at least, otherwise you will not get this benefit. And gratuity means your last drawn some portion of your last drawn salary, some percentage you can say, last drawn salary will be provided to you on the basis of your last drawn salary. And retirement pension, that is in government institutions, after your services, retirement pension will be given to you. This provision nowadays government is also not providing. Now come to next, that is operating surplus. Operating surplus is income from property and income from entrepreneurship, income from property and income from entrepreneurship. इनकम फ्रॉम प्रॉपर्टी इंक्लूड रेंट मिलेगा हमें लैंड के बदले, रेंट, इंटरेस्ट एंड रॉयल्टी. And here for entrepreneurship we will get profit. So these are the four part include under OS. Number 1 rent, number 2 interest, number 3 royalty, and number 4 entrepreneurship. What does it mean rent? Rent is a factor income generated from ownership of land and building. Rental income includes rent of lent out property, actual rent, and rent of owner occupied property, that is imputed rent. Lent out property, that is actual rent, and rent of owner occupied property, that is imputed rent. Come to royalty. Royalty, it refers to income generated for granting leasing right or copyright, etc. And number 3 interest. Interest is a factor income generated from ownership of capital. It is defined as the amount to be paid by a production unit for the use of capital, whether it is borrowed or provided by the owner. So interest payment includes both actual and imputed interest. It is a factor payment made by the production unit for the capital borrowed for productive purpose. Now come to income from entrepreneurship, profit. Profit has 3 parts. Number 1 dividends, number 2 corporate tax, and number 3 corporate savings. Profit is a factor income generated from entrepreneurship, and the profit generated by a production unit is divided into 3 categories. Number 1 dividend, number 2 corporate tax, and number 3 corporate saving. Dividend it is distributed among shareholder. किसको दिया जाएगा? shareholder को दिया जाएगा. And corporate tax, the part of profit which is paid to the government, ये किसको जाएगा? To government. And कॉर्पोरेट सेविंग, दीज आर नोन एज रिटेन्ड अर्निंग, ये किसके पास रहेंगी? ये प्रोड्यूसर के पास रहेंगी. रिटेन्ड अर्निंग्स, एंटरप्रेन्योर के अर्निंग्स. Corporate savings, these are undistributed profit, the part of profit which is not distributed and will be used for future expenses to meet any unexpected expenses. These will be kept in the form itself. And the corporate tax, that is the tax which is paid to the government. Now come to mixed income. Number 3rd part was mixed income of self-employed person. Mixed income of self-employed person. Suppose I give you one example. Mixed income means all income include in this mixed income, like income of own account workers, farmers and doctors, barbers, and unincorporated enterprises, small enterprises, repair person, shopkeeper, and these income is known as mixed income. They do not maintain proper account. They use their own resources like land, labor, and it becomes very difficult to clarify their income among COE, OS, etc. So that is a mixed income means suppose I am taking salary, suppose 40,000, and this salary, also I have one house and I have given that house on rent, so that rental value and plus my salary, that will be included in mixed income. Okay, so we have studied all the part. Then NDPFC we have calculated COE plus OS plus mixed income, that is NNPFC you will calculate national income, NDPFC plus NFIA. National income how will be calculated? Domestic income plus NFIA, net factor income from abroad, will be added. So we have studied domestic income is equal to compensation of employees. Compensation of employees has four part: wages and salaries in cash. These are the cash payments given by the employer to the employee. Number two, we studied wages and salaries in kind. These are the non-monetary benefits given by the employer to the employee, but these are not necessary payments. It is employer wish to give to the employees. And number third is pension on retirement, that we have studied. It is the mutual contract between the employer and the employees, service contract between employer and the employees. And pension payment, uh, it is the part of service contract. And number four is employer contribution to the social security scheme. Here employee contribution will not be included. Employees contribution will not be included. Only employer contribution will be added in PF, in provident fund. because मेरा जो कंट्रीब्यूशन है, सपोज मैंने आपको बताया पीएफ में 2000 रुपये, 2000 rupees sir has contributed and 2000 rupee I have contributed. So my contribution, it is a part of my salary. That's why employees contribution will not be added while considering compensation of employees. Okay, then come to employer. Only employer contribution will be added, like provident fund, gratuity, etc. Now come to operating surplus. Operating surplus, it is classified into two ways: income from property and income from entrepreneurship. Income from property has three part: rent, interest, royalty, that we have studied. And from entrepreneurship we get profit. Profit has three part: dividend, corporate tax, corporate saving. Dividends, the part of profit which is distributed among shareholder. Corporate tax, the part of profit which is paid to the government, and the part of profit which will be retained with the producer itself. Then mixed income, that is self-employed income of self-employed persons. Okay, all unicorporated and corporated persons are included in mixed income. All income has been included in it. Then you will be calculated a domestic income, COE plus OS, and mixed income, all part. I hope you have understood this topic.